Hi, I'm Sherry from Whole Circle Studio, and welcome to the Greenhouse Garden Block of the Month and Sew Along. I'm so happy that you're here. Today, I'm going to give you some tips as you begin to make your 6th greenhouse garden block. In addition to this video, be sure to refer to the tips included in the pattern, as well as the links below to additional video tutorials. Let's get started. If you haven't already, be sure to check out last month's bonus video where I demonstrated where I like to start and stop when sections touch the edge of the paper. I get asked a lot if I do anything special when sections are narrower than 1/4 of an inch, as in the case with some of the sections here in paper piece E. I handle all of my paper piecing the same way, just to continue to trim my seam allowances by 1/4 of an inch and sew on the lines. For narrower sections, like this one here in E, some of these areas might get a bit bulkier since the seam allowances are going to overlap a bit. I've never had any issues with piecing or quilting, even in these bulkier areas. I just make sure I take the time to press or roll my seams as flat as I can before sewing on the next line. Sewing slowly with a fresh, sharp needle can also really help when sewing or quilting through these thicker areas. For thicker areas, I sometimes use a microtex needle while paper piecing. Also, if you have different types of presser feet for your machine, experiment to see which one is easier to use when paper piecing, especially over multiple seams. I've found some types more pleasant to use for paper piecing than others. Each machine is a little bit different, so play around to see what works best for you. This block does have a few critical alignments to get the leaves and the stems to line up. If you missed my positioning pinning demonstration in a previous block video, be sure to check out the link below to my mini tutorial to get all my tips and tricks for working with critical alignments. I can't wait to see your blocks come together. Thanks again for being here and for sewing along with us. I'll be back next month with even more tips. In the meantime, be sure to share your progress on Instagram using the Greenhouse Garden hashtags found on the pattern, and tag me so I'm sure to see what you're working on. Or I'd love for you to email me photos of your block. My email address can be found in the pattern. See you next month, and happy sewing!